Opa Gundam style, y'all. Welcome to Wow Cool Robot. I'm Phoenix. I use they, them pronouns.
I'm Max. I use he, him pronouns.
And we are covering the greatest hits of the 80s, 90s, and today. Don't pay attention to how today started like 20 years ago. We're still doing today, right? I promise.
You're listening to 00.79. Playing you the hottest city pop. We're nearing the end of all things, it would seem.
Yeah.
The show has... We have jumped, I would say, a very significant distance compared to the last couple episodes. It seems like they realized, fuck, god damn it, we have 4 episodes left. We have to get this show on the fucking road. And they just started running. They just grabbed all the shit they could and started hauling ass.
Yeah. Like, this show is certainly paced. Like, I guess it's like the classic Gundam thing of being paced. It has pacing. I have a lot of thoughts on, like, how the pace is going and what I think about it, is especially in regard to other Gundam shows that have had twice as many episodes. I mean, look, so recently, I guess like a day after the latest episode aired, 22, Sunrise or the Gundam G-Witch account or whatever, official transmission from the Gundam people said that based on the wording they're using, they said The Witcher Mercury final episode 24. I think it's gonna be just the 2 course. I think this is like, the show is going to straight up end. It's like, come on, it's like the Ariel is just printing money. It's like, what are you guys, like, y'all made a show about a business school, and now it's just like, you are letting this, like, stuff slide, like...
Wouldn't it? But, I mean, based on the business majors I know, that seems like a very business major thing to do. To find a way to make less money than they could by fucking bungling it. I don't think they're bungling it, to be fair. But...
I mean, it's like bungles of the week. It's like, I mean, we already have like those Titanic guys.
Bungle of the week. and
I guess that would be if this was a Zabungle podcast. Like, if somebody ever did that, they would be like they would do like a bungle of the week instead of a robot of the week, where it's just a way that somebody messed up in a funny way.
Yeah. Oh, and Bungle of the Week once again goes to Elon Musk for the 10th week in a row. Look at that.
Well, this week it definitely went to somebody different.
Yeah, look. Okay, I don't want to dwell on it because I want to get into these episodes, but you gotta understand, the Titanic is so fucking deep. It's like 4 kilometers deep. You got no business going down there. Only my good friend James Cameron is allowed to do that shit.
I mean, it's like, I actually was more surprised that it's like so close to Boston. Like, it's like it was like so close to like America. Like, it's not out like in the middle of the Atlantic. Like, everybody thinks it's in the middle of the Atlantic, like right under like where Greenland is pointing down. But no, it's like, it's like just like 300 miles off Newfoundland. So like, yeah, I never expected
300 miles is quite a distance, to be fair.
But I mean, it's like the ocean. It's big. It's like, I was not expecting it to be that close to shore.
You know what I wasn't expecting?
What?
Episode 21.
Okay. I'll stop, like, dilly-dallying. Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Episode 21. What we can do now. In the aftermath of Noria's rampage, throughout the school, Soletta does all she can to provide aid for the students. She is approached by Belmaria and Guston, who ask her to help in stopping Prospera. They hope to get to her before the Space Assembly League forcibly dissolves the Benneret group, leaving Miorine the president of nothing. Unfortunately, the only way they can pull this off is for Soletta to once more get in a Gundam. This time without Ares' intervention. Soletta agrees, with all of the Earth House and even Elan backing her up. At the same time, Prospera demonstrates the power of Quiet Zero.
She wipes out an entire Space Assembly League fleet effortlessly.
Who gave her that? How'd she build that? Where did she get that?
I don't know.
The biggest thing I take umbrage with in this episode, pacing, yeah, it's Prospera has gone from like one episode to someone who was like, you know, causing chaos, destroying things in like a pretty self-serving revenge kind of way. And like in the one episode it takes for her to be blowing up that hangar of Lafrith's on Earth to this, she has fucking put together a JRPG final boss space fortress complete with bespoke evil organ music that has like glowing red skulls on it.
It's shaped like a fucking coffin.
Girl, what? I really...
Like, I think we're getting mixed, like, I mean, like, I don't know how many letters which is off from wing. Like, they share half the letters, but, like, come on. It's like, whew. Like, I mean, like, I guess this is the speed run edition of Gundam.
Yeah,
like,
she has Libra 2. She has Axis 2. Again, I don't mind space. I don't mind evil space fortresses in Gundam. If that were the case, then I wouldn't like any Gundam show I watch. What I do take a little bit of umbrage with is that this just shows up out of nowhere. We didn't get any hint of this. We got a tiny hint of the gun node of Belmeria seeing, what's this blueprint for? And the dude's like, I don't know, we just built 20,000 of them, though. And he didn't say the last part. But, like, what? She's, like, just fucking, like, evil now. Not vaguely... I don't... Mom! Mom, you have to stop.
Well, Mommy had a few too many mimosas at, like, brunch with her besties. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's like this, and like they water down those bottomless pitcher mimosas a lot. So she has had a lot of mimosas.
Okay, we'll talk more about Prospera's fucked up space fortress in a bit. Until there, the school is gone to total shit. Like, it's bad. The students are essentially refugees in their own school. I mean,
like, how, like you said, it seems like it has been, like, a bit longer in between these episodes, and,
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said that in the summary, which it's like, I mean, like, you said it seemed like between these two episodes, it's like it was longer than it has been between any of the other episodes, save for like that 2-week gap in like those 2-week gaps we had. And it's like they still, like, the sky is still like flickering out at Acacia. Like, it has not been that long. It's like this is what they are, like, speed running.
Sure. I don't remember. Okay, anyway, regardless, Soletta's going around. She's like giving blankets and aid to all the students. Cecilia goes up to her and says, "Why the fuck are you being so helpful?" And Soletta is being, again, she's like flip-flopping back and forth of I'm normal to I'm pretending I'm normal, but inside I'm dying, to I'm dying on the inside and the outside, back to I'm normal and I'm actually good about it now because I'm able-bodied and can help people. So she's like double wrap back around to being regular, which is nice. And Cecilia's just like, oh, you've changed, haven't you?
Around.
That no, not that.
You may have like the fucking Caliborn here. Like, what else are you expecting from me? I know the Homestuck magic.
I don't. I've never engaged with Homestuck, and I fucking never will. Oh, also, Petra's like...
I mean, you're the guy who has a podcast about Trolloses.
They're Trollocs, and they're my big friends. Petra is dying.
Yeah.
Petra got all of her bones exploded last week, and she's in the fucking, like... She's in the Galileo Bodwin Memorial deathbed.
She's like, I guess they got a new wing. Fuck, I said wing. Next to, like, Grandpa's bed and, like, Delling's bed. And it's like, how about instead of just, like, doing everything everywhere all at once, exploding into more stuff, and it's just getting more and more everywhere and more everything. How about instead of doing all of this, like, maybe Mr. Vist was right. Maybe we should all just take a nap for, like, the next 100 years.
I want his cool bed. I want to sleep vertical like he does. I don't think Petra's doing it because she wants to be there. I think she did it because all of her bones are ground into dust.
Yeah, it's like, I'm actually kind of jealous of Delling. Like, he got to take a nap, too. Like, after
he
this,
also got a piece of, like, space debris in his kidneys, so,
whatever.
We see...
They can just, like, gunned it away.
Exactly. We see Kenji goes to meet with Rajan. He talking about how, they got the wreckage from the Lefrith Thorn, and Rajan is like, we fucked up so bad with, like, not realizing that Shadiq planned all of this. Everything's fucked, dude. This is all Gundam shit. We're so bad at being the Gundam Secret Service.
Like, we're supposed to be like the anti-Gundam guys, and somehow we missed 1 billion Gundams.
Mm-hmm. Oops. At the
I mean, like, if anything is going about Kananji, if anything about his portrait on the official website, he probably would actually do the bleh. Like, he was just like having a silly one in that one.
Yeah. Mia Irene is not having a silly one, on the other hand. She's like fucking turbo depressed. Girl, no. It's not your fault.
Girl,
you were used. You were used by Mother.
Girl, wash your face. Like, please. Like, you were like so like girl boss. Like, please.
Mm-hmm.
Please. You are in blanky mode. You are like in.
She's not blanky mode yet.
Yeah. Like, you are in like that mode. You are like Shinji dissociating while his Walkman's batteries die mode. Like, please, girl, like, please. Like, I know you feel like super guilty about everything that was not your fault, and like, I love that you tried to like engage with like Earth completely in good faith. Maybe a bit too in good, maybe with a bit too much faith, because like, oh my god, girl, you were so naive going into that.
Never trust a woman wearing a Char mask. It's my fucking credo. She goes to see Shadiq in her depression, and Shadiq just says, damn, you're gonna be president, huh? My condolences. Very funny. But she kind of expresses a little bit of pity at Shadiq, of just like, like, your plan may have been batshit crazy, but the idea wasn't really bad. It was just the execution. Like,
it's like
equality is good on paper. It's just
it would not work out. Like you never thought it would not work out. It's like, again, like Lelouch, but worse. Lelouch had a lot of that.
Mm-hmm. You can't spell Lelouch without 2 L's and an ouch.
I trying to say a douche. It kind of rhymes with douche.
There you go. But Shadiq just kind of says, well, as long as there are fewer people like me, I'm happy about it. And then she just says, I don't really think you're a coward. I'm guilty too. Again, not as guilty as Shadiq, but
fault.
Sure.
It's like not your fault. It's like, I mean, it's like you were like Shadiq, you like got caught up in too much. I can't talk right now. I'm doing Lelouch v. Britannia shit of it all. To like actually maybe like, hey, maybe I should like dial it back down to like maybe like 3D chess here.
Yeah. Well, he's no longer a player in this game, it seems. Piece off the board, if you will.
Yeah.
My next note just says Denethor moment, because Soletta's going around offering the tomatoes that she was able to save before the greenhouse got crushed. And again, the animators really love drawing girls biting into tomatoes, and like the seeds and the juices go flying.
Also feet.
Yeah, feet and again, it's a lot of tomato gush and a lot of feet, and I'm not really a big fan of seeing those things animated, but they sure liked it animating them for me.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, I guess somebody got, like, I guess they hired somebody off of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, right. Let's see. We see Martin, who goes to talk to Nika, and he just says, hey, we gotta talk again. Sorry about all that. Nika, she's in high spirits. Despite all this, she just says, oh yeah, I'm dropping out. I'm gonna, like, drop out, make everything right, and then re-enroll, because she hasn't given up on her dream of bridging the Earth and space. And again, Nika really seems like she's kind of, I don't know why I said again, I never brought this up in the first place. Nika seems like she is kind of the successor to Shadik here of wanting to bridge Earth and space and like bring equality to them, but in a more reasonable way. I mean, again, why is that my go-to segue? I don't know. I feel like I'm running through everything in my head and not saying it out loud, but it seems like Nika, despite being this Shadik's successor in this moment, is still, I would say, just as naive as Shadik, because she doesn't really have a concrete plan. She just says, oh, I want to bridge Earth and space. And again, good idea. Miorina said so to Shadik, but I don't know if she knows how she's going to do it. But I guess it's just kind of trying to make the point of she wants to do the same thing as Shadik, but do it more in a more just way, I guess, to show that she's renouncing her terrorist connections. Forgot about that. She had the terrorist connections.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, yeah, like, I'm going to, like, drop out and, like, found Apple. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't even know why all these space capitalists are even making us go to school in the first place when, like, every person I learned in my history textbook dropped out of school and founded a $1 business.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow permit inside my garage with a small loan of $100,000 from the parents. Yeehaw, I turned into a Texan. Belle and Guston show up now. They were, like, heading to the school earlier, and they say, Suletta, we would please, Suletta, we would love for you to get in the robot for us.
Yeah, it's like warning, it's a spicy boy.
Hey, well, there's a scene before that though. We see Pale, who are playing themselves off as the just whistleblowers here, exposing all of the wild shit the Benrick group is doing, making it seem like everything was just all of the Benrick group's idea to forcibly dissolve the group, and saying, oh yeah, they're everything illegal you could possibly think of. They're threatening peace among the fronts, and the Space Assembly League all vote and agrees to forcibly dissolve the group. So they're going to start, I guess, by forcibly dissolve the group, they mean blow them the fuck up with a battalion of mobile suits and ships. Oops.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I like the spirit of the how about no Benrick group, but it's like,
how about we kill everyone in the Benrick group?
Like, I like your spirit, ladies, but, like, you're kind of, like, kill stealing right now.
Yeah, and again, no one knows where Prospera is right now. No one knows where the clear evil big bad is. Then again, she hasn't revealed her evil space fortress yet, so they're just thinking, oh yeah, remember that MILF who destroyed a bunch of Gundams on Earth? Oh well, I forgot about her. She doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, it's time for cyberpunk grandmas to be like, yeah, like, I saved the day, I'm the hero, give me credit.
We see Sarius calls Miorine next. Sarius, who's still alive despite being 400,000 years old, basically saying, I'm willing to take the fall for you. You should have learned more from Delling, you foolish little girl. What you gotta do is cut Grassley off. This will allow for the Benrick group to continue existing. So it's I would say it's Sarius doing something that appears to be noble that is more so a business decision to try and ensure the survival of the
it's like
Benrick group, and then by association.
How about no Benrick group?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, Miorine is seemingly going down that route. She says, "No, I'm not going to sacrifice anyone else. I'm not going to allow you to take the fall for me." I really think it's going to end with no Benrick group. I mean, that's it.
Like, I really hope that way. It does.
Yeah. I hope it does. Yeah, no, I
hope it does. Like, they aren't like you do not, like, I mean, like, you had your little girl boss adventure, but now it's, like, time to, like, get to the peace princessing.
So we move from there to some, prefab house on campus, where Belmeria and Guston lay out the plan, saying, okay, Suletta, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop your mom, and we need you to enter a Gundam that has no protection from the data storm that you've never experienced before, in hopes that you can somehow reach her and live. And Suletta says, I can do it because I'm a clone. It's great. It's just exposition corner in here.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I remember, like, it's like, I just have to say, just, like, one more thing. There are too many factions here.
So there's the Benrick group, and within the Benrick group, you have Gund, you have Grassley, who is, kind of a maybe failing company at this point. You have Jaturk Industries, who is a mostly failing company at this point. You have Pale, which has split off from the Benner Group and maybe striking it out on its own, using its whistleblower status to gain funding. You have the Space Assembly League, who has factions in and of itself because Fang Jun and Guston are acting separately from the main league itself. And part of the league was in league with Prospera. Part of the league is not in league with Prospera, it seems, because the league funded Ox Earth.
And part of them was with Neo.
Pepe Sylvia, dude! Pepe Sylvia!
Yeah, it's like, I feel like I mean, at least we kind of know what all of them do, and it's not just like, okay, it's like, what the fuck was the Rockefeller Foundation anyway? It never...
Oh my god. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, again, it's complicated in G-Witch, but it is mostly sensible once you kind of lay it out. But, because at this point, it really is...
What the fuck is Cathedra? Like, what the fuck is the anti-Gundam Catholic cops? Like, what are they doing?
I don't remember if Cathedra... Well, okay. Cathedra is the organization... No, fuck, shit. Is Cathedra the organization that Delling founded to hunt down the Gundams, and Dominicus is a sort of elite subsidiary of that? Are they part of the Space Assembly League? I don't
fucking know. It's like, I guess Cathedra's the Rockefellers here, because it's like, I guess it's like, I mean, it's like, yeah, like Rockefeller, it's like Rockefeller, but spelled weird. Yeah. And we're going to use it for like our weird like and we're just going to really do it for like the aesthetics. Because like, and we're going to do the aesthetics because like, yeah, we're like the sneaky spy show. And it's like, I guess it's just like, yeah, like the least like, and then it's like G-Witch is like Wing was like, yeah, like, let's just use Rockefeller for the vibes. And G-Witch is like, yeah, let's use like the most subdued anime Catholics everywhere.
Well, they're not. I think they're just using that term. I guess it is pretty subdued because it is Christianity, Catholicism in name. Because yeah, no, they're definitely played opposite
like,
the witches
I mean,
here.
like,
you're right.
You are going up against in like a season that also had a Trigun show. Like, people will notice.
So at this point, though, there are, I would say, 1, 2, 3, 4 groups that we need to really care about. The Benneret group, the remains of the Benneret group, Prospera and her evil space fortress, the Space Assembly League that is going after Prospera, and also that is going after the Benneret group. And I guess within that, Suletta's like fucking anti-witch hit squad that she forms at the end of this episode. So at this point, these are the 4 pieces left on the board that we really need to pay attention to. I really don't want them to introduce something else 2 episodes before the end. We'll see, though.
Please stop trying to speed run stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hey, also, remember the Tempest? Caliban is here. Caliban is a Gundam.
Yeah, Caliban.
It's not green. It's white and black and glows red, but we see it next episode, not this one.
Caliban was the red one.
I thought it was the green. Whatever. I don't know about Homestuck, and I'm plugging my ears. I'm not going to learn. Belmaria has a little bit of a breakdown during this whole talk about putting kids in dangerous killing machines, where Nika's like, hey, can you please stop doing that shit? And then she just kind of collapses on the floor crying, thinking, I wish I died at Vanadi's 21 years ago. Fuck.
It's like, bitch.
Nika just says, fuck you, too late.
This was like a slap beat.
Uh-huh.
Like, but I mean, like, that was like a slap beat. Like, I kind of am just like, I guess like Nika is trying to like really take the high road here, but it's like, come on, Nika, I know you wanted to do it. Like, you can have a little slapping an adult as a treat.
Yeah. I'm glad she didn't. I'm glad that the only slapping we've really seen in G-Witch is like butt slaps, which I think is quite funny.
It's like, I mean, it's like, Soletta, when she was like explaining everything, like, yeah, like, I am a clone, and also the Gundam was my sister. Like,
yeah,
like,
she just tells everyone everything.
Like, she just like yeah, like, my sister got uploaded to the permit cloud. Like, yeah, like, they totally like code Lyoko.
She got Noah Kaibud.
Yeah, like, she's like there with like Ilita and like Lane and shit. And it's like, yeah, and also she was the golden child. Like, yeah, my mech was the golden child.
My mama hate me. She liked my sister better, but I will agree to pilot the Gundam that's probably going to kill me in order to talk to with my mom and my sister one last time.
I am going to get in the I am going to get in the fucking robot.
They're calling me the white Shinji Ikari. I'm getting in the robot. But she says something that I really quite like here, where she takes that sort of motivational / conditioning phrase Prospera always used on her, retreat, gain 1, move forward, and gain 2, where Soletta says, and she repeats this a lot, and we see people saying it a lot more in the next episode too, I will move forward even if I don't gain anything. Like, yes, like, Soletta, you fucking solved it. You got it.
Instead of one hop this time to the left, take it back, now I'll like, I'm just going to cha-cha real smooth.
I'm just going to Cupid shuffle all over everyone.
Yeah, it's like, even though it doesn't really say what the song is, like, I am just going to, like, Cotton Eye Joe all over your ass.
I'm a fucking Charlie Brown, Mom, and you can't stop me. My sister's not going to stop me either.
Yeah, like, I am going to do the sickest fucking Macarena ever and, like, totally prone you.
Mom, I'm booting up Fortnite. I'm making Goku hit the gritty right now, and I'm gonna get this chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Prospera does some wild shit here. We cut over, we see the evil Space Fortress. I wish we would have seen a little bit of this beforehand. And I thought that they were building this inside Plant Quetta. No, that's a different thing that we don't know about yet.
You're on the dark side of the moon. Also where Duo Maxwell and Xeon used to be.
And the evil Transformers. A lot of bad shit on the other side of that damn moon.
And like Prospera has like Ariel up in like a giant action base.
Yeah, she puts Ariel in the fucking contraption.
Yeah.
It's
certainly a better working contraption than the other contraption from the bungle of the week.
Right. She puts Ariel in the contraption 4 kilometers under the ocean floor. So basically, Ariel is in the middle of this fortress, and I guess the whole thing is just permit, and she's able to activate the gun node, just, autonomous drones that are mobile suit shaped and move like mobile suits, and they just completely obliterate the fleet that the Space Assembly League sends to it, like just blows everything up. They make the big bubble of data storm that's not big enough to cover all of the Earth sphere yet. Like, Aerie hits level 6 and glows blue, and they make the big sphere.
He's like Prospera, like, do not give your, 4-year-old child a dab rig. That is super irresponsible.
She puts her in the fucking, it's like one of those sort of like a high chair spring contraption where the baby can kind of just like wiggle around and bounce around up and down, side to side and stuff. She's in one of those. She's fine.
Yeah. She gave her baby like one of those things that you have to get out like the fucking blowtorch to do. And it's like nobody ever has a good time. It's like maybe you're like taking this way too seriously. It's like it's weed. It's supposed to relax you. Like, why are you doing this?
The first time I did a dab was at a music festival in the woods down in it was near Luray. And I think it was Woodstock, Virginia, not Woodstock, New York. And I had to sit on a bench for about 5 minutes straight, trying not to vibrate onto the ground.
Yeah, like
this shit fucking hits.
Trying to not hit permit score in real life.
Yeah, trying to make my bones not glow. So the gang get a report of this, and Mirin's like, fuck, I'm gonna become even more depressed. And Guston just says, well, at least we know where she is now. Like, dude.
It's like, dude,
read the room.
It's like a fucking Death Star.
She has, yeah. And then Choo Choo just says, all right, well, if we're gonna stop her, I'm coming with. And then all of Earth House seems to kind of be okay with this suicide mission. Even Elon.
The moment we're having a bonding moment, we're having that, yeah, we're all together in this one assholes moment. Like, have you ever seen Guardians of the Galaxy? This school, it teaches us so many random things, like how Jeff Bezos was the greatest man ever. Mm-hmm. And also we also get a full classics education along with that, so we know all the MCU movies.
Mm-hmm. the classics. God, Ed Stella truly is the darkest timeline.
I have to say, it's like making that one joke in any future setting making the "I like big butts and I cannot lie" joke from Futurama. That is the funniest joke you could possibly.
Yeah, that's it.
Classical music, and it's like Sir Mix-a-Lot. Like
we've made one good joke. We should stop there. Elon shows up, all of this, and he seems decidedly normal. And even Nika and Chuchu are like, is he different again? But Elon, this is just like, I mean, he's still Elon 5. He's not normal Elon, but he's just like, well, I got nothing better to do. I got nothing to lose, so I'll help you guys.
Even able to see like that really cool. Maybe I'll be able to see Earth.
So the last scene of the episode is sort of a foreboding one. We see Lauda in front of the Gundam short set, just doing Arthur fists and saying it's all Miorine's fault.
Dude,
bro, it is decidedly not.
What the? It's like everybody is going like way too fast.
Yeah. Speaking of way too fast, this is episode 22 of Mobile Suit Gundam: The Witcher Mercury. The Woven Path. Before Suletta and the gang head out to stop Prospera, she goes to talk to Miorine one last time. In order for her to pass, Guel challenges her to a regular fencing duel, which she wins, once again becoming Holder. She and Miorine have a heart-to-heart where they both conclude that sometimes you have to move forward even if you have nothing to gain. Miorine, now out of her depression, goes to see Delling, telling him to keep living, then goes with Suletta to test the Gundam Calibar. Since she's a replicone of Ares, she's resistant to the data storm but not fully immune. She's able to hit score 5, which allows her to enter Quiet Zero's data storm. Assisting her is Guel and Chuchu, though they are stopped by Lauda in the short set, who seems to have snapped after hearing that his brother killed his father. Oops. Suletta enters Quiet Zero's data storm and after fighting waves of gun nose is challenged by Aerie herself.
What the fuck are you doing here, Lauda?
Lauda, hey, dog. Super not Miorine's fault. Of all the people who I think are gonna die here, I think Lauda's at the top of the list.
Like, dude, I have no sympathy left for you, dude.
Right. Okay, so we got, I think of our heroes, right? Guel, Chuchu, Miorine, Suletta. I think most likely, what's going to happen is Lauda's going to have some last-minute change of heart and either die to save Guel's ass or Guel is going to die to save Lauda's ass. One of those two brothers is going to beef it.
Yeah.
Chuchu's going to be fine.
Raise your flag, Koega Kage ni like...
Chuchu's gonna be fine. I think Miorine's gonna be fine. I think if anyone else dies beyond Guel or Lauda, it's gonna be Suletta.
Whoa.
That is my prediction. That is my max prediction.
Like I remember I made all of those predictions and like none of them came true. Like we definitely are not going to see what Mercury is like. Come on.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Like, I got my hopes up, and it's like, yeah.
Well, if you play the award-winning game by Bethesda Game Softworks, Starfield, this September 6th, 9th, you can see Mercury from the comfort of your Xbox Series X.
NASA punk.
It's fucking cassette futurism, Todd! Anyway. The episode starts, I thought it was...
buttons now, I am now... Like, I am becoming the Joker, and I am now an antagonist. Like, yeah, like, I can,
but where's your space fortress?
Yeah. That's why I was on the run. Like, I hacked, that's why I was on the run from the space cops. Like, all of them. Like, Cathedral, Space Assembly League, all that shit. Like, yeah, like, I am hacking Quiet Zero right now from my NeoCities website that I am really proud of.
I'm doing Loud Zero.
Yeah.
Loud one.
I am Green Kushranada, and you can kiss my fucking ass.
So I thought the episode was just recapping last episode, but no, it's Prospera destroying a completely different space assembly fleet by returning their missiles to them.
Accidentally aired one of those recap episodes that they got in Japan.
No, she just makes the missiles turn around and blow them up.
Come on.
Then we see Miorine, who's in blanky mode depression. When you go blanky mode, something is terribly wrong.
Yeah, and it's like her eyes are they're all that gray, so they kind of look like a Muro when he went into just that fused state.
Yeah, man, Gundam's good. We see Chuchu back at the school. She's asking Cecilia to use the demi-barding, and Cecilia's like, yeah, okay, you can. It'll cost this much to fix it if you bust it, though. And Martin is there's no way in fucking hell we can pay that.
And it's like, yeah, like that is just for like the detailing. I use like that expensive paint.
Yeah, that's my special top coat.
Yeah. Yeah, like I use like the fancy stuff, like yeah, like not even like Tayama, like that top shelf stuff. You've probably never even heard of it. They only sell it on New Type.
Yeah. But then she says, "Oh yeah, you can take it too, but you got to take Roji with you." And again, Roji is the Haro kid, and he like uses the Haro to talk the whole time. It's cute.
Yeah, it's like okay, like yeah, like don't scratch the paint, and also here, like have this kid, like yeah.
Don't scratch the paint when you bring this into the final battle, but also take this other kid with you. Does she want Roji to die?
No, you're breaking my heart.
Why does she want Roji in the battle? That's stupid.
What are you doing?
It's okay. She's cool. She's allowed to. As Earth House is like, they're preparing to leave. They're kind of going around telling everyone, what roles they need filled, and people are thinking, these farm animals sure have a lot of upkeep. Good lord, mobile suits are easier to work on than this.
Like chicken, like remember like Chicken Bright from Double Zeta, where like. Come on, it's like you have to bring the animals on the ship so we can get like chicken. I guess like Kananji's the closest thing we have to a Bright in this situation. But like, yeah, like I want a chicken Kananji, like a Chicken Bright.
I can't tell if Kananji is closer to Bright or if Belmary is closer to Bright.
I don't know. Like, I don't fucking know in this show. Like, come on.
I think the answer is that neither of them are like Bright, and that's good because Bright sucks shit.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, but like, I guess it's like I guess like Kananji like swapped sides all of a sudden, or like his branch of Cathedras, or like Dominicus swapped sides.
I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna Google it right now. Gundam Cathedra, I guess Dominicus, not Cathedral Gundam. What the fuck? They were.
This is like somebody's also into like Warhammer or something.
Yeah. Okay, so Dominicus is just a faction. They're a subdivision of Cathedra. Cathedra was created by Delling under the umbrella of the Mobile Suit Development Council.
Yes, they're like the Jesuits or whatever.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I guess so they're a more neutral organization, but since they're part of the Mobile Suit Development Council, I guess it falls under their purview to like destroy the evil mobile suits. So Kananji's fine what he's doing. Kananji and Rajan are fine doing this.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, I guess, but like, it's like I'm going with Ghoul because like one person thought I was as cool as I'm still as cool as I was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I really needed that confidence boost.
Right. I love Kananji. He's cool.
He's my Borbo. Like,
we see
you have Jared. Like, I think this man is my Gundam Borbo.
He's nice. He's literally nice. Kananji's cool. I should make a Kananji emoji.
It's like, I thought it was like, okay, like, he's with like the anti-Gundam dudes, and it's like, yeah, but like, okay, maybe like the anti-Gundam dudes are cool, and maybe Gundam's bad, and maybe like I will use Quiet Zero to destroy all the other Gundams because I'm evil now.
Yeah, he's just a cool uncle.
Yeah.
He's just a cool uncle.
He's like playing like in the battle bus to get there. He's like playing like, I don't know, like AC/DC or like just
Fuck yeah. He's playing Ghosts.
Yeah. He's playing like he has like his mixtape.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So we see mixtape.
Yeah. We see
really into Rush.
We see Suletta talking with Elon before things kind of kick off, asking, how Elon's feeling about all this. And Elon just says, well, if you're lucky, you'll die like the one before me did. You should just run away and not worry about all of this. And Suletta responds with talking about how, well, she used to do things, before she had the idea of, while she was still following Retreat Gain 1, Move Forward Gain 2, she had this bucket list, and she kind of reveals that it was just something her mom put her up to, and she was doing it more for her mom's sake, not hers. She was doing because it was something that she thought she had to do. But now she's kind of finally realizing what she wants to do herself. So it's just this really nice moment of like, yeah, she's kind of like becoming her own person after realizing that she is extremely based on another person. I don't know, it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like the whole like list of high school drama tropes from TV. That list of like Prospera just printed out the remains of the high school drama tropes list from the remains of TV tropes. Gave it to her daughter and said, like, have fun with it.
Evil. So Kananji goes, and he's briefing Guel and Cathedra and everyone about Quiet Zero and how it's repelled all the attacks, and the only way to kind of exist within it is to either overpower its permit or have a machine that just doesn't use permit at all. The latter, which is nearly impossible considering everything uses permit these days.
Yeah, it's like they're going to like take out all the space Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it.
And like Prospera is going to like just like basically like so her daughter can live outside of the Lyoko soup.
Yeah.
She can live like she's just going to like take out all your Wi-Fi. Like
I have Wi-Fi. A Wi-Fi love. So at this point, Suletta shows up in the front, like the sort of business front. I think it took me until literally now to realize that like this business front and Astacassia are either two different sides of the same asteroid or two different asteroids, but they're very much not the same location. And it just only now I realize
where
this.
Are we? I mean, like they start saying stuff about like L4, and it's also like
it's the Lagrange point. I mean, probably Astacassia is like orbiting. I don't know. Can you orbit a Lagrange point? I don't know enough about space physics for that.
No, I'm not science.
Yeah, I'm a podcaster, not a scientist. So regardless, Suletta goes to see Miorine now, and we get
we have to talk about the duel.
No, yeah, that's what I'm getting to. Suletta goes to see Miorine, and Guel is there, and Guel says, well, she's my fiancé, and I can't just let you see her, because you used to be her fiancé, so we're gonna duel for it. And when he means duel, like, they're gonna fucking a fencing duel.
Yeah, and it's, like, probably, like, the first time both of them have been in, like, proper fencing gear in, like, all of Gundam history. Like, Char and Amuro were wearing spacesuits.
Yeah.
And, like, Dorothy was wearing, like, that fucking wicked Cerebro getup, and I think Quattro was
I forgot about that part. That part was so... Oh, God, Wing is such a stupid show.
Yeah, but, like, I remember, like, Dorothy was in... Like,
she wasn't Cerebro, wasn't she?
Yeah, she wasn't, like, fucking Cerebro. Like, I mean... Like, Professor X is he probably just, like, hog-tied Professor X and, like, shoved him in a closet.
She's Dorothy Xavier. To boil it down, they duel. They yell a similar, like, phrase in the beginning. Victory's not decided by social position alone,
like
or by skill.
Cute.
Fix release, they yell. Suletta wins the duel, and my read, and I'm curious to hear yours, Phoenix. My read of this situation is that Guel, at this point, Guel knows that Miorine was manipulated by Prospera to let Suletta go. And as much as he loves Suletta, he knows that Miorine loves Suletta more, and they belong together more. So I think he put up the duel as a facade to A, protect his status as a business boy under the guise of, oh yeah, she's my fiance, I can't let you near here, so we'll duel like as is the custom. But B, through the duel, because he knows that things are better off if Suletta does end up with Miorine. I think that he lost intentionally, personally, because he's like, I'm such a fool, he says to himself afterwards. Do you agree? Do you think Guel lost intentionally or no?
He definitely did.
He definitely did. Thank you. He definitely did. I don't think... Guel is such a prideful asshole that the only reason he would, like... He never lost intentionally when they were in mobile suits.
It's like, never take an L no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his name is still Guel in my book.
He has an L.
Yeah, but
yeah, because like to be a loser.
He loses and so quickly like grabs his phone and turns Suletta's uniform back to the holder uniform.
It's like he actually has like the backbone to actually be a loser.
Yeah,
instead of just having it be like an elaborate metaphor.
No, he owns it. He's a good loser.
Yeah, it's like I'm the best. I win the being a loser with weird eyebrows contest. And you can suck my nuts, Traz. Like, woo!
So Suletta wins, and she moves on to go see Miorine.
Oh, she also does the final stabbing pose.
Yeah, she does. That's great.
Right? Yeah, it's like Suletta's winning streak is back, baby. Her gun is up the roof. Like, yeah, like stonks.
What I really like is the shot that when Suletta does this the pose and kind of freezes, the camera is kind of at a low angle behind both Guel and Suletta off from the corner, and it is framed in such a way that if they were in mobile suits, that is where the horn of the mobile suit would dramatically land right in front of the camera. But it's just kind of an empty shot because, you know, it is the horn being severed and landing there is implied because it's not a mobile suit duel. I don't know. It's a really cool shot that I really, really liked.
Yes, my sweet. And Soletta's like, you know what? Yes, Mirin, my sweet. Yes, my sweet. I want to get you back where you are. Like, yeah.
Mirin is turbo depressed, and Suletta goes to talk to her, and Mirin just says, Suletta says, hey, I'm going to go face my almost certain death and go see my mom and sister one last time. And Mirin says, well, I can't give you a pep talk about it. I got blood on my hands, metaphorically. And Suletta says, well, so the fuck do I.
The problem, it's me, even though it's not really my fault.
Yeah, and also the whole scene, a really nice piano rendition of Slash, the second OP, is playing, which I'd really like to hear. And again,
please release the album.
It's good. Suletta repeats the same thing from last episode of I'm going to move forward even if there's nothing left to gain.
Yeah, I'm going to make it through this year if it kills me.
It might. She says that she's only come so far because she met Mirin, and, you know, for as many mistakes as they both made, that wasn't a mistake. And then Mirin finally goes and
you
opens...
You brought me to life. Now every February, you'll be my Valentine. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love.
Mirin, you know, walks up and opens the door, and she looks like dog shit. Her hair is disheveled all over, like she's in her jammies. She sucks right now.
And like they hold
hands, and Mirin cries. It's nice.
It's like, come on, this is like a hug. Like, please, like, stop being cowards. Like, please.
I can only imagine they hugged because the very next shot of Mirin's wearing like business clothes again, and they're power walking down the hall.
Over.
We get a quick scene after Mirin wakes up because they go see Delling, who's just awake now. They're just like, oh yeah, your dad's awake, and then but he can't really talk right now. I almost wonder if there's an issue with the voice actor, because you'd think he would say something.
Like he would have like I regret everything I have ever did, and it's like I am a good person. Like, I don't know, like maybe not an I am a good person speech, but it's like...
I realize how much I fucked up. Sorry, my daughter.
Yeah, and it's like, look, Mirin's just like, look, if you were talking, you would probably try and pull some of that Severus Snape redemption equals death.tvtropes.com.
No more TV tropes. On 30, I can't handle it.
I am evil now. I will talk about TV tropes and Homestuck all I want in this episode. And in the next episode, and the one after that, because I am evil now. Just let me finish hacking into Quiet Zero so I can use it for my own convoluted evil plan.
It's my Wi-Fi. Delling just kind of gives her like a note.
Wi-Fi, I'll cry if I want to. Actually, you'll cry if you want to, and you're definitely going to want to cry after I'm done with y'all.
All right. Delling, he just kind of gives Mirin a knowing look when Mirin says, I'm going to do some crazy shit. Don't die on me. I'm not running from the curse. I'm accepting the curse and the stupid business either. So Delling just sort of gives her this very, very, very slight smile, but you could tell he's just thinking, that's my girl.
Yeah, it's like, I need 100 new kidneys right now. Like, I am like whacked out on like,
I have a hole in my back right now.
I am whacked out on I'm whacked out on space perks. Yeah, like, you go do that, you flying bunny.
They're called permasets there. Prospera, in her evil fortress, heads over to Plant Quetta and finds that the component.
That thing is fast.
Yeah. She finds that the component is missing. We don't know what this fucking component is. But she does know that since it's not there, Delling must have taken it. So she kind of heads over to this business front.
I mean, but didn't Belmaria take it?
Someone took it, and Delling has
where
it.
The world from in San Diego.
What is it? What the fuck is it? It's not Calibarn.
Yeah, it was whenever it was in that giant fish tank, and Caliborn wasn't in the giant fish tank.
But yeah, it's like, what was in the Cloud City shaft? We'll find out next week, I
hope.
What
was in it? It's like, are you like parallel park the Death Star? Like, what are you doing, lady?
As Belle sort of briefs them while they're preparing, she's talking about Quiet Zero is at 60% power right now. It can make a pretty big sphere around the facility.
Return of in their Star Wars mission briefing room.
Yeah, Mon Mothma's here.
We're in Return of the Jedi here.
Yeah. If Quiet Zero is able to hit 100% efficiency using this component, it'll cover the entire Earth sphere. Can't let that happen. And they kind of realize
permit will go out, and it's that basically powers everything in space. So every single Spacian will die.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Again, it's weird that Prospera is just kind of an evil villain now, and a less compelling character for it, in my opinion.
It's Kananji was right there. Delling was right there.
All right. So they're all looking at their units. They're looking at what they have. They have Calibarn and they have the Demi-Barding. And the Demi-Barding has a sort of options pack that's like a backpack that has another head on it that essentially is sort of a fly-by-wire so that Choo-Choo can control the Demi-Barding remotely, not using permit. So she's able to enter the data storm. And they talk about...
it's like you're driving a car blindfolded, lady. It's like, I'm an adult here. Maybe I'll be useful. Shut up and drive the battle bus, Kananji.
Yeah.
She
talks about some...
please, this is a bad... please, that is a bad idea. Just drive the battle bus.
She talks about some sort of NTPS system, and they joke about how it's some...
is it one of those Myers-Briggs things, or is it an NFT? Or is it what NFTs became?
It's a big orb. It looks like a radome, but not as polygonal. It's like a big sphere, and they talk about how it being some very antiquated technology. I don't know from what I can understand, it might be some sort of jamming equipment that if they can get close enough, they can sever the permit link. I don't know. I don't think it's a bomb. That seems too simple.
Bomb.
We'll find out what it is. Maybe I don't think that's the component either, unless I missed something crucial. But we'll see.
They have a giant ball.
Yeah, it's just a big ball. It's a ball from the Universal Century.
Yeah.
But Kananji does say, as they're almost ready to take off, he says, this is a cool plan and all. If things go bad, we're just going to give up and hand everything over, because this is, at the end of the day, an adult's problem. And everyone says, okay, thank you, Mr. Kananji, sir. And doesn't really...
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. Miorine goes to see Shadiq for...
this is not, okay, boomer, this is not going to be a normal field trip. We are prepared to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. Let's rock and roll this shit.
Yeah. So Miorine goes to see Shadiq for the last time and talks about how they both committed sins, but they have to keep moving forward regardless. And she says, I'm going to offer you a trade. You got to believe in me.
Maybe, your mistake was, thinking that, what Earth needs is, me to put my gun factory. Maybe it just needed some economic redevelopment, but it's maybe that's your mistake. And I have to say that was a mistake, but everything else you are Genki on, girl.
Yeah, she just says, she asks him for a trade and says to believe in him.
Back during that meeting where everybody was talking and planning out their Star Wars Death Star run, Yule after hearing that that Soletta is definitely going to be in the Caliborn, and he's that is bad, the Caliborn will fucking kill you. He slapped himself, and it wasn't.
Oh yeah, he does that.
Face palm. He just it was on his cheek, he.
It was a pretty firm smack on his own cheek. It was very strange.
Yeah, it's Yule is the only person allowed to get slapped here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the designated target. So yeah, after she cutting back to the scene, when she tells Shadiq to believe in her, he just kind of laughs a lot. Not evilly, just kind of oh, how droll.
It's am I was that your evil? Was that your sunrise laugh? Come on, that was weak.
No,
I am evil. I know how to do an evil laugh, and it's not even a.
So The next scene, another Denethor moment here, where Suletta hands Miorine one of the last tomatoes she saved, and Miorine eats it.
It's like eat a Snickers, Miorine. Like the Choo Choo Custom is ready. Like the pain train is ready.
They talk about how this specific breed of tomato is an NR400, Anesidora. It means she who sends gifts from the earth, and they talk about how Miorine's mother cultivated this breed, and in the DNA embedded the phrase "I will always be attached to you, Miorine." Cool tomato.
Yeah, her mom hacked photosynthesis. Like, what? Like, how did we get from like being able to caffeinate people like they are coffee beans, like what Delling wanted, to giant space fortress? How did we go from coffee bean people to that?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but it's a nice tomato. And then we immediately cut to Suletta getting ready to test the Calibarn. Belle says that she needs to clear Permet 5, but you only need to do Permet 5 because the Calibarn is much more efficient with the Permet, and you can get a higher output with a less score.
Like spicy boy.
Yeah, but it has no filters against the data storm, so good luck with that.
It's like in the Tempest, in the storm.
What? Whoa, the data tempest. That'd be a little too on the nose. Suletta, despite not having been, exposed to the data storm before, she still is made from Ares genes, so she is more resistant to it. She begins a test, and, it gets her. Her bones glow, but she is able to clear score 5 without much of a problem.
Blush on it.
Yeah, she's fine. Hey, the Calibarn looks fucking cool.
Yeah, like, I love the Calibarn.
This thing looks sick as fuck. I'm glad that we got this final
Calibarn
Gundam.
Looks sick as fuck.
I'm glad that we got this, one final Gundam, because I was really disappointed with the aerial rebuild. So I'm glad that Suletta gets...
It looks so cool.
It has a witch's broom!
Yeah.
Its gun is a witch's broom! That's so sick! Are you kidding me?
It has a combination broomstick and boomstick.
It's a broomstick. It's so cool. It's just white and black, and it glows red. And again,
it looks like Solene's Holder's uniform.
A little bit, yeah. It doesn't have any gold on it, but it has some cool green lights. The one big gun does remind me of a lot of the Advance of Zeta suits, how they have the sort of blade gun that's just this big fuck off thing.
Gun blades.
They do have gun blades.
I'm honestly expecting the show to have more of a Final Fantasy VIII vibe. Because, they
got the whole school and everything there.
With their seeds, the seeds were supposed to be a elite witch hunting organization. I was expecting more Gundam. I was expecting more Final Fantasy VIII vibes. I almost said Gundam Seed there because I'm very confused about my seeds written in all caps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gundam Seed. We do see Guel. He's back in the Delanza. He's returned to his roots. He's in the OG pink bug. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love that dude so much.
It's great. Choo Choo's in her demi barding with the big ball attached to it. Suletta's just fighting off waves of gun nodes. At this point, Lauda shows up in the Schwartz set, and as cool as the Schwartz set looks, as cool as it has that big sort of pallet gun sword thing, he is trying to target Choo Choo with it and Miorine. Not great, Lauda. Buddy, wrong. Not very cool. Not very cash money on Lauda's part here. Trying to target them, and Guel has to stop him. There's literally fucking Prospera has an evil space fortress right there.
And you're talking about a girl.
Look 30 degrees to the left, Lauda. There is a bigger issue going on right now.
What are you doing? And why do you have the cool goth GF Gundam?
Yeah, no, the short set, it's cool. I like its the face vents look like a skull a little bit.
It's the halo thingy.
Yeah, it has the same sort of head halo that the Daryl Bald has. It's cool. Yeah. I like it a lot. I never bought the aerial rebuild. I might get the short set, and I'm definitely gonna get the Calibarn.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah. I don't really care to get the gun nodes or the gun volvos.
When is the Calibarn coming out, Bandai? I really want to buy the Calibarn.
They haven't even revealed. So for when the show was starting, we saw a lot of mobile suits before they showed up. We saw the Ferrex, we saw the Michaelis, we saw the Darrowbald, and everyone said, wow, these are really cool. When are they going to show up in the show? We haven't seen a thing about the Calibar, and I think that because it's the sort of the very end spoiler unit. So if they do announce it, I imagine it'll be soon, but it would never have been before the Calibar did get its reveal.
Please, I want the Calibar.
I need it. And the final bit of the episode, after Suletta fights waves of gun nodes, she looks up above the fortress, and Ares here. Yeah. The aerial rebuild is here, and it is score 8.
Dancing on her own.
It is score 8. It gets all of its gun bits. Yeah, the episode ends there as Ares says, hey, not good. And Suletta says, I'm here to stop you and Mother.
To say it's like, Lauda did not deserve to be inside when they were playing the cool music.
It's so weird. You see this in Gundam a lot, where you'll have that kind of one final, a final unexpected villain a little bit. But I think because the show is compressed to 24 episodes from the Gundam's usual 48-ish, Lauda wasn't really given time as last minute villain. We see him brooding and mad, of course.
It's like wasn't Garma's whole thing like dying really early? Like, you're a Garma, like you should have done that.
He does twiddle with his hair a lot. I don't know if that makes him a Garma necessarily, but I don't have a problem with Lauda doing this specifically. It's more that I wish he was given more time to do this. I don't know. It's a result of the show being more compressed.
Please get, I want more.
You'll get 2 more episodes.
I don't want to go.
Well, we have a little bit more time. That's the episodes, though. 2 more, and then we got our little finale. And before we wrap this thing up, though, I do have another Beyond Toon World.
You're going to love this. Trust me. Beyond Toon World!
This week, we're talking about Eiji Hanawa, who was born July 6, 1974 in Yamanashi, Japan. Blood type O.
Cancer.
Yeah. This guy's the voice of Dominicus's very own Rajan Zahi.
That guy is like a nobody. Like, who could he have been to deserve a Toon World?
Well, I'll tell you.
Who could that guy have possibly been?
So we have a couple things actually. Obviously Rajan in G-Witch. He's done a lot of more modern video game things. He voiced Biggs in Final Fantasy 15. He voiced Muneshige in Neo. He's a Shinra middle manager in the Final Fantasy VII remake. He voices Shiva in Shin Megami Tensei 5. In Detroit Become Human, maligned video game made by a fucking terrible guy, he voices Connor, who's one of the main boys.
In the Japanese?
In the Japanese dub of the game.
Detroit Become Gund.
Detroit Become Gund. Detroit Become Replihuman. He voices Shishilian in One Piece anime. He's like he's just a lion guy. A lion mink, I guess.
It's like a billion chapters. I am never all I know is the thing is about One Piece is the 4 Kids dub ended by literally rocks fall, everybody dies, when they couldn't even show Sanji having a cigarette because it was a lollipop, but they just killed everybody at the end. Rocks fall, everybody dies, the end. Fuck you.
It's One Piece is fine. I like it. It's all right. He voiced Ken in the Street Fighter Alpha Generations movie, but doesn't voice Ken in the games. He voiced Shingo Mito in Death Note. He voices Weiss in Spice and Wolf. He voiced his other Gundam role is a character named Marcus in Gundam Thunderbolt. Couldn't really find anything there, and Marcus doesn't have a last name, so I can't imagine he's terribly important, but this is not his first Gundam role. In fact, one of his very first roles ever is the sort of Zeon crowd in the first Gundam movie, the compilation, when everyone's shouting Sieg Zeon, I believe, is that point, at Garma's funeral. So that's something. But yeah, he's been, one of his very first things was Gundam, it seems.
Yeah, Seep jeans, Jeep jeans.
Mm-hmm. He has a couple of very interesting dubbing roles as well in other animated movies. Namely, he voices Iron Man in pretty much all of the modern Marvel animated things. He voices the dad in Inside Out, and he voices Fix-It Felix in Wreck-It Ralph movies. And the last big role that he is pretty well known for, this is a very polarizing character, but a very important character in a very important show nonetheless. He voices Jiren in Dragon Ball Super. The fucking
I don't know who that guy is.
He's the fucking big bald gray alien man that Goku has to go Ultra Instinct to defeat. He's the final villain in the anime.
What? Like I don't understand. Caliborn, Vriska, Trollers.
If only I could explain Jiren in terms of Homestuck, but I can't. I lack such an ability. Just imagine a perfectly
Super, the one with the broccoli guy. I don't know. Like you don't know Homestuck. I don't know Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but Broly's in Super. Here, let's see if you might have seen a picture. Does this picture of Jiren ring a bell? I'm sending a bald alien to you, and I'm going to see if you recognize this motherfucker. Is that anything?
I thought you were saying Garen.
No, Jiren with a J.
Like
Jiren Zabi.
That's just Jiren wearing like a Canadian that's just Jiren wearing a Canadian tuxedo. Like, I do not know who this guy is.
He's fine. He's not really a character. People don't really like him, and I'm not really huge on him either. But he's there. He's just a dude who's fucking strong. That's all. He just has a uniform.
Guy in Dragon Ball.
What guy?
That is every single person in Dragon Ball.
Well,
man.
Okay. Fair point. Got me there. Anyway, that is Eiji Hanawa. Thank you for your service as Rajan, who's a character who shows up a lot more than I expected.
Yeah, it's like, who are you? Like, I did not yeah. Since Fan Evil, I am not going to give you the courtesy of saying the line. You are going to have to say it on your own. I will start saying Homestuck stuff until you start it. So, yeah. John, Egbert, Rosalon, Descender, Sunrise, Up, Skanji, Harley, Day Strider, they all play Suburban in the world. Harlequin, Nana, Bro, Mom, Dad, Youth, Roll,
I can mute the call, you know. You want to fight fire with fire. I'm the podcast boy.
Anyway, Alpha Bro, he was like a robot, say robot of the week. What is it?
My robot of the week is... What have I been playing lately? Oh, you know what it is? I just finished the Live Alive remake on Switch. That is the remake of a downright tremendous SNES RPG. One of the best games on that console. One of the best games ever, I'd say, really. My robot of the week is Cube, who is deceptively named because he is a perfect little sphere. In fact, they should have made Cube the sphere the NTPS sphere that they had to drag to Quiet Zero in this episode. Here, Phoenix, I'm sending you a photo of my dear friend Cube. He's just a little gray ball with glasses and a backwards hat, and he roller skates everywhere, and he has little wings.
Yeah,
he's cool. He's just a funny little guy. Funny enough, he was made by Yoshiyuki Kato in the game. I don't believe that is reference to Tomino because the wiki doesn't really say that.
I mean, it's just a name.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, when I hear the only Yoshiyuki I know in Japan is the guy who made Gundam. So I figure he made a robot in this.
Also, a guy involved with I went on a Wikipedia deep dive today, and apparently the guy who's also in charge of the Shinkansen is also named Yoshiyuki.
Oh, that man is trains so are cool as hell.
Fun. Yeah. That Mr. Tamino has so much time on his hands. Dang, he also runs the trains.
Yeah. Well, that's my robot of the week, dear little Cube. Everyone play Live Alive. It's a good game. And hey, Phoenix, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me and my evil hacker alias, Dank Kushranada, at Dank Kushranada at neocities.org, where I am currently trying to hack in Quiet Zero to try and make my own evil plan happen. That is certainly much more competent than Prospera's evil plan. Like, come on, lady, did you think any of this through? Like, I am hacking your shit. I am in your internet. What about you?
I'm on Twitter at MaxiBajillion. I'm on Tumblr at MaxiBajillion. I have other shows, including Pod of Greed, the world's number one and only Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast sponsored by Kaiba Corp. That's on Twitter at Pod of Greed. I also have Slappers Only, which is on Twitter at Slappers Only Pod, a video game music showdown podcast. Never mind the Trollocs coming back in September about Wheel of Time. That is on Twitter at NVM the Trollocs. These shows and many, many more can all be found at Noisepace.xyz, a podcast incubator run by our dear friend Matt, who is a living, breathing Nintendo GameCube. This show is on Twitter at Ralph Podcast. I don't remember if I mentioned that or not. Our Discord links are in the episode description and the Discord header. Come hang out with us. Post what you made for dinner.
I will tell you, if you come into the Discord and ask me to tell you about my troll OCs, I will tell you about my troll OCs. I will mind the Trollocs. Because I am evil.
And I think that will take us about to the end. So, Phoenix, as we always say to end these, war is bad.
Let's go, lesbians.